I'm John and this is Michelle, and we are consciousness life coaches, where we share what we have learnt in our life's journeys with whoever will listen. And our greatest passion and joy is guiding people towards peace and centeredness and love and joy.
Absolutely.
That's what we do. That's what we enjoy doing.
We do.
So welcome to our Sunday night Satsang, and tonight we have an interesting subject. It's focused on the purpose of life. So that we're going to look at tonight, the purpose of life. I think it's a very important subject.
Yeah.
And we're going to start this evening with a centering meditation, just to bring us into this space, the sacred space of the Sunday night Satsang. And then we will share a little bit of stuff with you, and then we'll close with a beautiful meditation to carry you into the week with the right frame of mind, the right state of consciousness into the week. So, as I said, tonight we'll be talking about the purpose of life, of life. And if you could just help us by pressing the like button. We love getting hearts. Thank you.
There we go. Got some hearts coming.
And also share on your Facebook page, because that expands the reach of this live Facebook Live. Facebook Live sees how many people are sharing it, and then it shares it out. Otherwise, it doesn't go very far. So thank you for all the hearts and all the likes.
Thank you.
That's really great. Thank you and welcome. Yeah. We really enjoy these Sunday night satsangs with you, and and hopefully you do too. So thank you. So let's start the way we always do, and that's bringing our awareness out of the weekend. And I'm sure there's been a lot happening this weekend for you. We've had some lovely weather in Cape Town, and wherever you are, I'm sure you've had outings and family and friends and whatever, hopefully. And so let's just withdraw our mind, though, from all other times and all other places, and just come into the sacred essence of presence, which is the only place that's actually real, is here and now. So we do that by gently closing our eyes and just bringing our awareness into our body, bringing our focus into the present moment, and just becoming aware as you sit here with us tonight of your body. Your body is always in the present moment. It never goes anywhere. It's always centered. Your heart is always here. In reality, it's only our mind that's like a deviant child that always runs away, runs away into our past and into our future, and creates a lot of stress and trauma for us. But in this moment, let's just withdraw our mind from the past, from the future, and just become fully inhabited in this body right now. So you feel your bum on the chair, maybe sitting slightly back in your chair and feeling the backrest supporting you, and your feet on the floor maybe, and your hands lightly resting in each other, in a state of peace and relaxation, and just focusing on what it feels like to sit here tonight, what it feels like to be alive in this moment, right now, just this moment. In your awareness, just perceive reality exactly as it is, as if there's no other time, no other place. You're not going anywhere, you haven't been anywhere. This is it, just this moment, here and now. Become like a child, just experiencing your body from the inside for the first time. Become enamored with the sensations that your body is giving you right now. Maybe there's some aches, maybe there's some pain, maybe there's a bit of discomfort, but just go there curiously with your mind. Just pay attention to what your body is telling you in this moment. Feel what it feels like to have a sensation of touch on your skin. Feel everything touching your skin right now simultaneously. Your feet on the floor, your hands maybe in your lap, the backrest of the chair supporting you, the seat supporting you under your bum. Become aware of the temperature of the air in your cheeks. Become aware of the gentle relaxation of your eyelids. Become aware of your tongue resting in your mouth, maybe slightly touching the top of your palate behind your front teeth, but just resting. Just relax your jaw a little bit. Maybe shrug your shoulders and relax your shoulders. Just let go of any tension or stress there. Move your neck a little bit, relax your neck. And just settle down into the present moment, back into your body. And become aware of everything you can hear just in this moment, without labeling it or judging it as good or bad. I like, I don't like. Just witness, become the witness for the sound to enter your awareness. In Cape Town, where we are, we can hear some outside insects in the evening air. See what the furthest, faintest sound is in your awareness right now. And the good exercise to do here is just to become aware of who is listening, what is listening. And if you're still and quiet enough, you'll find that it is, in fact, stillness that listens. The stillness that's your true essence is listening to the sounds, feeling the sensations in your body. And this stillness is also aware of any thoughts that flow through your awareness. Just allow them to drift through you without attaching yourself or your awareness to them. So your awareness stays connected to reality, to your body, to what you can hear, while the thoughts drift through your awareness. Become aware of this gentle breathing as life breathes you in this moment. The same energy called life is beating your heart. It's taking the oxygen from your lungs to the furthest reaches of your body. Every single cell is bathed and nurtured and fed with all its nutriments by this energy, this intelligence called life. Just become still enough to honor the flow of this life in your body right now. Feel a sensation of gratitude for sitting here tonight with us, with your body, with everything you can hear and everything you can feel, connecting with this group, the Sunday night Satsang, the group of fellow travelers. And send love from your heart to all of those on this journey with us this evening, thanking them for being part of your journey and for sending you love in this moment, right now. See if you can feel it in your heart as you send and receive love. Now let's collectively put our attention on anyone in our awareness who might be in need of healing right now. Bring them into your awareness and focus this love to them. Surround them in the cocoon of love. Maybe see it as a color. Maybe feel it as a warm vibration. Hold them in a loving embrace of presence right now, not trying to fix them, just loving them for exactly who they are in this moment. And as you focus this love on them, just realize that it's channeled through you, so you are also receiving this healing love. For it has to flow through you. And in the flowing through you, it brings your body back to equilibrium, feeding it with this vital essence called love. And now let's project this energy of love into a broader community, to all those around you, to those in your neighborhood, to those in your country. And let's project it to the leaders, the so-called leaders. Let's connect our hearts with them and feel a sense of connection, in love, in peace, as you would feel for someone that you deeply love. Let's project this beautiful love energy to the world leaders, even those that you feel are manipulative or controlling. Bathe them in love. People only manipulate and control when they have a lack of love within them. Evil is consciousness devoid of love. So let's feed love into their awareness, into their auric field. We'll give them the opportunity, if they wish, to step into the light. All we do is provide the light, the love. We don't try and force it on them. We just invite them into the space of love. And now we extend this love to encompass the whole planet. We see Earth, it's a beautiful, glowing blue orb encased in this bubble of love. Love doesn't fix. Love doesn't have any needs. It just allows and accepts and holds unconditionally. And let's do that for the planet for a moment. Connecting with Mother Gaia and all who live on Mother Gaia. And now let's extend this to our solar system, to all the planets, including the sun, radiant. We hold the solar system in a bubble of love. We extend this out to the Milky Way, of which we are a part. We embrace the Milky Way and love and acceptance and a joyful dance of gratitude. We extend it out to the whole universe in this moment. We feel connected to everything that exists. Our heart connects directly to the heart of the universe, to the pulse of love that permeates all of the universe. And we are grateful to be part of this dance, this perfect dance of life in the universe. And now we bring our awareness back into our bodies, centering again in our chest, in the heart, the sacred chamber of stillness within our heart. And we give thanks for this awareness of stillness, of love, of grace. And we take a very deep breath into our solar plexus, blowing our tummy up, and then a lovely, long, relaxing, releasing, surrendering out breath. Let's try that again. A deep breath in, blowing our tummy up, and then as we breathe out, just relax your shoulders, release any last vestiges of tension in your shoulders. And a lovely last, third, deep breath in, filling your tummy up like a big ball. Take it down to the toes, up into the crown of your head, and then that beautiful, long, relaxing, releasing sigh out. Let it go, let it go, let everything go. And now just allow life to breathe you for a moment in stillness, in a bubble of gratitude, in a bubble of love, in a bubble of presence. And when you're ready, you may gently open your eyes and see how you feel in this moment. How do you feel? You can let us know in the comments box how you feel right now. We love getting your comments. And if you have questions, also type them up for us. We don't get them while we're live, but we do answer everyone once we finish. So just let us know how you're feeling in this moment. And also where you're from. We love to know who we're talking to. Thank you.
Thank you. Lovely, actually.
Thank you.
That opening, thank you.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. Oh, we're getting lots of hearts there. Thank you.
Beautiful.
We love getting hearts. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So welcome everybody. It's lovely to have you back. It's wonderful to have this little gathering every Sunday. It's a nice way to end off the weekend and start a new week, I think.
It is.
So tonight we're going to be talking about purpose.
Yeah, the purpose of life.
Purpose of life. What is that? We sort of touch on it every now and then.
Yeah, we do. We've spoken about
it's a big
this
question.
Yeah, it is a big question. And there's two really major aspects to this. What is the purpose of life? The life that animates your body, the life that grows trees, the life that orchestrates the planets and the solar systems out there. What is its purpose? Why? The biggest question we can ever ask. And what's the purpose of your life, your individuated life within your body, what I call it your meat suit? What is the purpose of that? So we're going to be looking a bit at those two aspects tonight. Let's start with, which one should we start with? The bigger aspect of life.
I think we often just think of purpose as being sort of what we're achieving. There's so much more to it than that. So let's start with the biggie first.
Well, let's start. Let's start with that aspect. What is the achievement of the universe? If we equate purpose with achievement, what is the purpose of the universe? What's it out to achieve? And the ultimate answer, I believe, is nothing. Nothing at all. The purpose of the life is in the universe, in the bigger scheme of things, is nothing. It's to enjoy the creative unfoldment of just this myriad, this multiplexity of opportunities and form and the dance of life. That's
creative
really
expression, isn't it?
It's a joyful
the universe
dance,
expressing itself in an ultimately, endlessly, eternally creative way.
And I think for most of us, we look at this thing called life, whether it's the macro life of the whole universe or us individually, we look at it as a race to get somewhere, and the purpose of it all is to break that ribbon at the end and get the gold cup. I don't think the universe is racing anywhere to go and get a gold cup. I don't think it needs a gold cup, not at all. It doesn't need a medal. So if we shift our mind about life being a race to get somewhere, to rather seeing it as something which is far more enjoyable than a race, in my opinion, and that's a dance.
It's a dance.
And we start to look at the universe and we see the stars dancing in joy in the creative process, the galaxies unfolding in a cosmic dance.
Yeah.
And we are part of that dance.
It's such a much nicer word. We often say we're working on ourselves and we've got to work on this and we've got to work on that. But if we can see ourselves as dancing with the universal flow, it changes everything. It's not so onerous, and it's not so outcome driven. So for me, life's a process. It's a bit like process art. You process. You're in process with the universe, which is constantly in motion, constantly unfolding all the time. That's what it's about. It's a dance with that.
And a dance is unless you're dancing for what's that program on TV?
That one.
What's it? Unless you're doing it, you like to go and win a cup. But for most people, dancing is done for fun. And when you change your mind about it being a race to get somewhere to a dance, it becomes far more enjoyable.
Yeah, and you've got to be in tune when you dance with the music, with your partner.
Yes.
And you're not trying to get to the other side of the room when you're dancing.
No.
You're dancing now, here, and moving around together.
And you find that you're part of a synergistic movement of everyone who's there with you. Everyone is flowing.
Yeah.
You don't generally find people, I'm sure you do sometimes, people who just want to get over there on the dance floor. Generally you move, you flow, it's like a beautiful river, you accommodate. That's a lovely word. You accommodate.
And nature does that.
Nature
does that. Nature, if you watch nature, trees grow and they accommodate each other, and the branches accommodate each other. We've watched so many trees where you'll have a branch going there and then it turns left because it's got to accommodate that branch. And there's no like race to get anywhere.
But not trying to dominate.
And it's not in a straight line either. No. It unfolds in an organic way. Whereas we are quite, as humans, are quite sort of linear in our approach, especially in terms of things like purpose. If I do this and I do it well, then I'll have that.
Yeah.
And that's my purpose.
Yeah, and we want the
And it's
shortest
over there.
line between where we are now and where we want to get to. We want a short little
Yeah.
shortcut there.
Yeah.
And
And everybody wants to know what's that.
and
What's the
what's
ultimate?
the out game, and why can't I get there now?
Yeah.
And you miss the actual. If you're in a hurry to get somewhere, you really do miss the journey.
Yeah, you
And in fact, life is about the journey. It's about the enjoyment. It's about the twists and the turns. When you look at nature, you don't see straight lines and right angles in nature.
No,
It's just
never.
like no, not at all. And why do we want that in our life? We want to know: do I turn left or do I turn right? Well, maybe you just meander. What's wrong with meandering?
But that's very difficult for the mind to comprehend because the mind thinks in straight lines.
Correct. For the left brain particularly. The left brain
The
is
left
that
brain
mathematical. It wants to go there and it wants to know
Wants a
what's
strategy.
ahead. Yeah, that's right. So I would just suggest that at an individual level, we need to be more flexible and more flowing. But what is the purpose of us as an individual? What do you think that is?
For me, it's kind of multi-layered, but essentially for me it's being aligned with, becoming conscious, awakening to who we really are. For me, that's what it is now. It's changed a lot since I was young.
Yeah.
But it's not about the outcome anymore. For me, it's more about being conscious, being in flow with this universal flow, and in so doing, then being able to actually shine and share that light, bring light to the screen went off there, bring light to the world, help to be part of that process, to be part of that awakening,
part of the illumination
part of the
process.
consciousness.
Yeah. I think one of the greatest joys in life is when we assist other people, when we contribute, not in a way to fix other people, because that you'll pay a big price when you try and fix the universe.
Driven.
That's
outcome driven.
When you try and fix the universe, what you're saying to the universe, I'm sorry, you're broken and I need to fix you. Well, I think you're going to get into trouble if you try and do that, because the universe is never broken. Other people are not broken. But by shining your light, the sun, for example, doesn't try and fix the earth. It doesn't try and fix the crops. It just shines. It shines because there's this joy to do that. And in doing that, it illuminates the earth in a magical way.
Yeah.
And so our individual life purpose, I would agree with you, I think it is to become aware. In other words, life is dancing through us. And its purpose is our purpose. When we are fulfilling our life purpose, we are fulfilling life's purpose for us. Yes. And that isn't to be a butcher, baker, candlestick maker. That's not the purpose of life. That you can do as part of your secondary experience on earth. But your primary purpose, each one of us, has exactly the same primary purpose. And that's what you said, to become more conscious, to become more aware, to become less fragmented in our minds, because it's the mind that disconnects, that separates. That's particularly what the time-based left brain does. Time and mind from that perspective are very limiting. Time needs mind and mind needs time. There is no time without mind, and there's no mind without time. And time and mind are not the nature of the universe. The universe doesn't know time. It doesn't know mind. It's just part of its expression, particularly from the human point of view. So our individual purpose, I believe, is to become more and more conscious. In fact, the word spiritual, the way I use it, isn't in a religious form. I use the word spiritual as conscious. In other words, the more spiritual you are, the more aware you are, the more connected you are to all that is. That's conscious. Because consciousness itself is indivisible. It is the isness. It is. It's like the ocean.
It's like zero. You can't divide it.
You can't divide it. It's like the ocean. It contains absolutely everything in there. And that is consciousness. And then it gets poured into a time-based, mind-based meat suit for a while. Yeah. And we think, well, we're it. No. We're not. We're just an aspect of the dance. And so our primary purpose is to become more aware and more conscious. And that means to know yourself as everything that you see yourself around. Yeah. So you know yourself as the other. You know, the saying namaste means the divine in me meets the divine in you and greets the divine in you. In other words, you start to recognize the same life that animates your body, exactly the same life, is animating those other bodies around you. The same life that animates you is animating the trees, animating the flowers, animating the birds and the bees. It's the same life. And it's to become more consciously aware of that communion and that commonality that we have in the dance which we call life. So that's our sort of primary purpose, is to awaken to that. And that's a magnificent journey. That really is a magnificent journey. That
it's almost like bringing balance to being and doing, you know. It's that because most of our purpose-driven stuff is doingness. So we define our purpose and purpose in general as doing. And it's a combination of the both. Because, I mean, as you say, we come in and we are beingness, and then we have a doingness. And it's finding a balance between them. It's almost like the balance between masculine and feminine. You know, in a birth chart, you've got a sun and a moon. And it's connecting with both of those. Neither one is better than the other. The one is being, and the one is doing, and the one is shining, and the one is receiving light. But they both work in a dance. It needs both.
Yeah.
It needs
well, if you think of a dance
masculine and feminine.
Yeah, a dance is a combination of being and doing. If there's no being in your dancing, then you won't be enjoying your dancing. And if there's no doing in your dance, and there's only being, you won't be enjoying your dance either. Yeah. So it's that lovely balance between the doing and the being, and I think that creates the dance, the human experience of the dance, which we call life. And as Michelle said, it's not an outcome, it's not a destination. We're not in a hurry to get anywhere. And along the way, yes, you may well be a mother or a father or a MD of a company or a surgeon or a Reiki practitioner. That's wonderful. Bring the beingness and the joy into that while you're doing it. But just realize this, and this is a real fundamental truth of all of the form-based reality that we live in, is that everything that is born dies.
Yeah.
This too will pass. That's a wonderful philosophy to recognize the world through that prism of this too will pass. And it doesn't mean you can't enjoy what you're doing. You enjoy it even more, knowing that this is just one aspect of the flow of the form and the dance of life. For example, if you are doing a dance, you don't try and hold on to one step because this is the perfect step. I mean, you don't hold on to a step, and you flow and you move and you dance. And can you imagine if you try to hold on to a particular movement in a dance? No, I'm not going any further. The dance would stop, wouldn't it?
Well, it's the same with music. It's the same with art of any kind. If you had to hold on to any step in it, it would be dead.
Yeah. Imagine in music and you hear that perfect note and you want to hold on to that note. The moment you held on to it,
don't change it.
It would be a horrible drone, wouldn't it?
Don't let it become anything else.
Yeah. And so, I mean, Buddha spoke about the root cause of all human suffering is attachment. You know, attachment to this particular moment, and we want to hold it and we don't want it to change. But it's when you recognize that life in itself is a constant dance, a constant flow. And when you accept that, you go with it and you can enjoy the ever-changing motion of life infinitely more than trying to isolate one and hold on to it as me. You know, that's me. I don't want to die. Well, you're not that. You know, you are the awareness behind that. And the recognition of that is called love. The recognition of the oneness behind or integrated all life and connects all life is love. Yeah. The definition that I have for love, and love isn't something that can be defined in a thought or a word, is my sense of oneness with all that is. Yeah. That's really love, isn't it? It has no specialness. And isn't that our
purpose? You know, when you think about what you were saying in the beginning, to awaken, to become aware, to become conscious, which means that we're actually just aligning with our life force and the real essence of who we are, which is love. And if we're aligned with that, then it's a relief, really, because then we're not actually trying to get somewhere else. If we do stuff out in the world, that's great, but we don't define ourselves by that. That's not going to define whether we're successful or not, or happy or not. Because that's where the suffering comes in, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I'm here now, but I don't want to be here. I should be here. And I'm here now, but I want to be more successful. And so there's this constant seeking and searching for something else that's going to fulfill us. And in that process, we're actually missing this moment. And in this moment, we are right now aligned with life. We can't not be, because we're in it.
Yeah. I loved it there. You used the word success a few times. And yeah, I would say that most of us are looking for, our purpose. We want to be successful in whatever. We want to be successful gardener or mother or father or painter. Or we want to be successful. But do we ever stop to ask, what is success?
Yeah.
What is the success that we're wanting? And let's look at that word for a moment. What is success? Well, it's obviously to be a top achiever. No, it's not to be a top achiever. There are many, many top achievers who are not happy and they're not fulfilled. They do not enjoy their life. So no, I would say that success has got very little to do with achievement or accomplishment or accumulation of something. It's got to do with the feeling of the heart, hasn't it really? Success has got to do with feeling. And what is the feeling that the heart yearns to connect with? Surely it's the feeling of things like joy and love and appreciation and gratitude. That is a successful life. I believe to have those feelings in your heart. Now, if you make that an outcome-based, so if I achieve this and do that and understand this, that's another one, big understanding, then I'm going to be in a more loving state, and I'm going to be more forgiving, and I'm going to be in a state of gratitude. You're putting all the barriers between you and love.
No, you have to be putting barriers there.
And I think a successful life is to dissolve the barriers between you and love. How about that? And the only barriers are the ones that you've made in your mind by projecting love into some other time other than now, projecting life into some other now rather than this one here, projecting successes to some future time and not this one here. Everything that we need to make us successful is already here in this moment. When you start to define success in the way that we've just done, when you start to define success as love, as peace, as joy, peace does not depend upon the outside world being different to how it is. It'll never be the way that your mind thinks it should be, or it might be for a few milliseconds, and then because of the natural flow of life, it changes. And so waiting for the circumstance of life to bring you peace and joy and love is total futility. It will not happen, or transitional way it'll happen, but not in any permanent way. And a successful life is to live permanently in the state of gratitude and peace and love and joy. And that is our journey. I believe that's our human journey. And to lead a successful life is to create more of that in your awareness, to create more love in your awareness, more gratitude in your awareness, more peace in your awareness, more sharing of your uniqueness in your awareness.
Just in this moment, in each moment, if we can just do it in each moment. Because very often when I speak to people and, we'll say, that's easy to say, but I've got all these things to worry about. And what about the world? And what about the planet? And what about all the stuff that's going on? In this moment, to give full attention to what you're doing, to the person who you're sitting with, the person who you're speaking to just pour your love into whatever you're doing in this moment. That's purpose. For me, that's what purpose is. It's not about the outcome, because the outcome keeps on shifting. The goalposts will keep shifting. You'll get to that outcome and then you'll want another one.
It's like chasing the end of a rainbow, isn't it? Hoping there's a pot of gold there.
It's never going to be what you think it's going to be. And you get there and it's okay, but what if, it'd be better if this was happening. So we know that. Most of us are aware of that. So what's the alternative? Is just to be here now. To be putting full attention into what you're doing. So if you are making something for somebody, to put your love into that. If you're speaking to someone, to put your love into that. Without the judgment of, I shouldn't be doing this, I should be doing that. Because so much of us are driven by that. Because we've been told that you're only good enough by your achievements. And so if I'm not achieving out there, well then who am I, really? What am I doing here? Well, and that's the turning point, because it's not about what you do out there.
That's right.
It really isn't, and that is the way we usually see life purpose. I know with people that come to me for readings, they want to know their life purpose, And there's an outer purpose and there's an inner purpose. But the outer purpose is not one thing. It's multi-dimensional as well.
And it's ever-changing.
It's not, to have a purpose of, my purpose is to be a famous artist. It's not endless. It's got limits, because who's going to define you as being a successful artist? When are you going to feel that you're a successful artist? Most successful artists never felt that they were successful artists.
Yeah.
They might be world famous, and they never actually knew it, because they were always striving for the next thing, and the next thing, and the next achievement, or the next accolade, or somebody else telling them that they were good enough. So if we put our attention on that as a purpose, we're going to struggle and suffer forever.
So your life purpose is not about achievement. There's a friend of yours who was a very successful artist, an incredible artist. I mean, she was successful at that, but she committed suicide.
Yeah, very good friend.
Because inside of her, she didn't have the joy. She didn't have that connection. She didn't have the love. So just to understand that your life purpose is not in the world of form. It's not in the world of achievement or acquisition. Yeah. It's in the feeling. And where can you find those feelings that you're looking for? As Michelle said, it's here and now. And a successful life is to be able to steer your awareness into the space where love is, into the space where presence is, into the space where peace is. And it's always here in the narrow gap between your thoughts. In the narrow gap between the thoughts of the past and thoughts of the future. In that narrow gap, you find, from a Christian perspective, you find heaven. Heaven is always here in the gap of your mind. The word meditation is a word that actually means no mind. It actually takes you into the gap between your thoughts. Yeah. And I believe that meditation is a wonderful tool to help you towards living a successful life. And you can use formal meditation, which I highly recommend. We do not start our day without a meditation. So it's always to do a formal meditation, maybe candles, maybe incense if you want, maybe sacred icons or crystals or whatever you want. And that's beautiful to do that. And then to carry that no mind into your doingness.
I think that's the trick. I mean, if you set your day up on that trajectory, then you're setting your center for the day. And then when you sort of go off into stories about, whatever it is, you can actually more easily bring it back to that place of presence during the day. So just pausing, we often say this, but it's phenomenally powerful to just pause. So when we feel that anxiety, or we feel the stress, or we feel the pressure, to just pause in the middle of the day while you're doing something, washing your hands, washing the dishes, walking outside, making supper, to just do it with your full attention on that. And that starts to shift that eternal seeking and anxiety, I think. Yeah. And I think that's a pandemic on our planet.
The seeking.
Is the anxiety that we're not enough, that we should be better, that we should be doing better, that we should be doing more, that we should be achieving more, that we're not good enough. It's like a song that we all sing. And it's not true, but that's what we've actually believed and bought into.
And been programmed by the world, because the world sees us as widgets of production and consumption. Yeah, right. So it wants to kid us that the successful life is to consume a lot and produce a lot. And, and then you'll find everything you're looking for at the end of that rainbow. And that is not true. That really is not true. So really, your life purpose can be summed up to be this. Your life purpose is whatever you're doing right now.
Yeah.
And to do it mindfully, with full awareness, with the depth of this moment contained within your awareness. That's your life purpose. That's your primary life purpose. Your secondary life purpose may be to walk over there. But your primary purpose is just taking this one step right now. That's your primary purpose. Your secondary purpose may be to get a sale, to to convince the customer that this is the outcome and to get to sign the form or whatever. But your primary purpose is just this word that you're saying now. That's your primary purpose. And to say it in alignment with that connection, with that joy, with that gratitude for what you're doing right now. And with that presence, that's really important. To take each step in your life with full presence. That's a successful life, because the joy and the peace will come through the doorway of presence into your awareness.
Yeah. And I think also worth mentioning while we're on purpose is your job is not your purpose. It's not. And I know a lot of people think it is, because so many people say, but I want to find my purpose.
Meaning they
What's
want to
my
find a job,
purpose?
yeah.
And what they actually want when I question them is to find a job that answers all their needs and that pays them a fantastic salary, doing what they want to do, never having a bad day, and that gives wonderful stuff to the world. And then they'll feel fine. And so they see that as the purpose, as their purpose. Now that's a way that you can express yourself through a job. So I can express myself through being an astrologer, through doing astrology. I don't even like saying I'm an astrologer. I do astrology. That's one of the things that I do. That's not my purpose. Because if one day I decide I don't want to do it, then what? Then what's my purpose? So I've spent my whole life going after that purpose, and then I decide that it's going to change. So it's
Or life decides it's going to change.
Life decides
That's
it's
the
going
whole
to change.
thing.
People, say my purpose is to be a singer, and then they have. I think it was Julie Andrews, the woman in Sound of Music. She lost the ability to sing, and that was her purpose. So she had to re-look at what purpose is, because it's not your job. It's not what you do for a living. And I think that's a common misperception of purpose. It's what I do for a living. And if I don't know that, then I'm a loser, because I don't know what my purpose is. But your purpose, as John said, is to be here right now doing what you're doing. Right now, your purpose is to be listening to us, because that's what you're doing.
That's your life purpose, to sit here tonight and listen to us.
But the ego doesn't want to hear that. The ego does not like that idea.
Yeah.
The ego wants something else to strive for.
Well, the ego and time and mind are all the same. They're one and the same. You see, time needs mind and ego needs time, and they're in this endless illusionary dance, and not a very comfortable dance either. But real purpose has no time in it. It's eternity. That's real time. So any purpose that you project that requires time is secondary.
Yeah, secondary.
Your primary purpose is always contained within the eternal space of presence, and that's where you find love. That's where you find peace. That's where you find joy. That's where you find fulfillment, in this eternal space of presence. Yeah. So hopefully we haven't confused you too much. Enjoy being a butcher and a baker and a candlestick maker.
Just don't think it's your purpose, that's all. Just enjoy it.
And if you're not any of those, that's your purpose right now, is to just be and to not have a vocation. That's your purpose right now. Not to even have any clue what you're going to be doing tomorrow. That's your purpose then. That's your purpose. And to accept that. So really and truly, to discover your primary purpose, what you have to do is allow this moment to be. It's that simple. And to know that life will unfold like a flowing river. The particular drop of water on the river doesn't have to worry about the outcome of the river. It doesn't have to worry. You don't have to worry about the outcome of the universe. The universe is unfolding as the universe must unfold. And you are a vital part of that universe. And you don't direct it with your logical, left brain, time-based, fear-based, anxious mind. That's not going to direct the flow of the universe, not at all. It's when you go with the flow, when you align with presence, enjoying what the universe is giving you now in this moment. That enables you to align with the ultimate flow and success of this thing we call life. Yeah. Thank you. How are we doing on time? Do you want to? Should we?
I think I'll lead them through.
Thank you.
A little closing meditation.
Yeah. Should we do a 50-minute meditation? let's do a meditation that takes us into direct connection with life, with your purpose. Your purpose is life, to experience life, to enjoy life, and to be grateful for the isness of life as it is contained within the space of this moment, here and now. Yeah. Let's do that, shall we?
Okay. We've got a lovely, big, huge heart there. So I'm sorry.
Oh, that's lovely. I don't know how they managed that one. That's lovely. Thank you.
Okay, so just settle in, nestle in comfortably. And just take a lovely, deep, slow breath in. And a releasing breath out. And another beautiful breath in. Fill up your belly and bring the breath all the way up to your chest. And then just let it all out. And let's just do 1/3 breath in and a release out. Just feel yourself dropping into presence. In this moment, just listening to the sounds that you can hear. And take you on a little journey tonight. Imagine that you are just entering into a beautiful sea scene. Sunset, it's just before sunset. And you're in a private cove of a beach. And you're just above it, and there's some little steps walking down. And you start to follow those steps down onto the beach. You're safe, you're secure. You're just surrounded by beauty. And for a few moments you stand on the beach and look around you and see this incredible scene unfolding before you. The sun starting to drop in the sky, creating the most beautiful colors of pink, peach, lilac, beautiful pastel colors which keep changing as the sun starts to shift and starts to move a little bit further down, reflecting on the sea, on this beautiful, incredible expanse of water, with the waves gently coming into shore and then moving out and coming back and moving out. And being a warm, beautiful, balmy evening, you start to just stroll into the water, very, very gentle, warm, pleasantly warm water. And you start to walk out along the path that the setting sun, is forming on the sea, till you get to sort of waist height. And you can put your arms out and just really appreciate the sun's rays shining on your face. Just being completely present with this beautiful scene. You're connected to the earth, connected to the sun, the sky, the water, the air. Imagine yourself lying down gently and floating on this beautiful pinky, orangey, very gentle sea as it supports you, and you can completely surrender, knowing that you're supported. And see this sea as the sea of love, as the sea of life. Feel yourself to be part of the sea of life, the sea of love. Feel what it feels like to surrender, to allow, to fully embody this moment right now. And as you float, you feel the sun shining its gentle rays down all the way into your heart center, filling you with that beautiful, warm energy, lighting up that center of your heart, allowing that to radiate out. You can imagine your hands and legs out like a starfish shape. Imagine that light radiating out from your heart, through your arms, through your legs, out into the ocean of love. You could say to yourself as you float on the sea of love, I am surrounded by love. And just feel what that feels like. And any resistance you feel, you just release it as you feel it. Just let it go. Any tightness, you can feed it into the water. Any anxiety, any heaviness, any doubt, any guilt, you can just let it go right now. As you just float on this beautiful sea of love. I'm surrounded by love. Say to yourself, I'm filled with love. Feel what that feels like. I'm filled with love. Let that love fill you up all the way through your body. Feel what it feels like to just be in this moment. You're still participating. You're staying afloat. You're moving as the sea moves you. You're responding. You're dancing with that water. You're dancing with the ocean. You're dancing with the sun. You're dancing with the air. And then say to yourself, I am love. Feel what that feels like. I am love. No forcing, no resistance. Just being here, now. Fully enjoying this moment. Feeling one with the sky, the sun, the water. No separation. Dancing with the universal flow. If you can feel that life force energy flowing through your body, flowing into your hands. If you can feel that life force energy flowing into your hands. Now feel that life force energy flowing into your feet. being here now, totally connected. This is your purpose. Now allow the light to just emanate from you. Just allow it to flow from you. Just like the sun is shining on you, you allow your light to shine outwards and inwards. Just let this relaxation seep through your body. Let it permeate you. And then you can gently start to imagine yourself swimming very gently and slowly towards the shore of this beautiful beach, this beautiful scene, this beautiful sea that you've been dancing with. You can wade out of the water. And turn to face the sea as the sun starts to drop beneath the horizon. And you might just ask for a message for you for the week ahead. And just listen for a few moments. You might see it in the sky. You might see it shining on the water, or you might just get a feeling. Could be a word, could be a feeling. Something to carry you through this week. Give thanks to the sea, give thanks to the sun. Give thanks to all your surroundings. Give thanks to yourself. Give gratitude for another day. Another opportunity to shine, another opportunity to be, another opportunity to dance with life. And you can slowly start to bring your awareness back to your body, back to sitting where you're sitting or lying where you're lying. And start bringing yourself back gently to the moment, to this moment with you sitting inside your home. Gently take a few deep breaths in and out. Now rub your fingers together, rub your hands together, and when you're ready you can gently open your eyes.
That was lovely.
Good.
That was beautiful, hey? Wasn't that lovely? Did you enjoy that? I did. That was
Good.
really peaceful.
Glad you
Yeah,
enjoyed
that's really beautiful. Thank you.
So we're going to
And we're going to give you an affirmation card for the coming week. I think it's my turn to choose tonight, isn't it? But before we do that, we'd just like to give you an invitation. Next weekend we're having our first live workshop for quite a few months, and that's in Stellenbosch, beautiful Stellenbosch, at a place called Life Shine Clinic, which is really wonderful. And it's all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and we each going to integrate our work into the weekend. So you're going to have the opportunity to experience Michelle's process art, which is truly transformational. It really is absolutely beautiful.
And John's amazing teachings, which are
Thank you.
also amazing.
And we have still a couple of open places there, so if you would like to join us there, please just message us and we'll send you the details for
Yes.
next weekend.
Or if you know of someone that might want to, if you can't.
It's a weekend. It's called Journey to Freedom.
It's the Heart and Art of
Heart and Art of Freedom. Sorry. So it's about freedom. It's about heart, and it's about art. And it's about healing as well. Healing those dysfunctional patterns that we've had, that we've carried around with us, and gaining the freedom of our true soul dance. So that's really what it's about.
And it's a weekend of doing what we've just done, but deeper.
Yeah, much deeper.
So you're in presence a lot.
To bring you out of your story, to give you the alignment, the experience of the alignment of your life purpose, of your true life purpose. And everything changes when you're really aligned with life. So that's next weekend. And then just under a month's time, we've got our first retreat coming up. And that's at Monkey Valley in Noordhoek.
Yeah, we're really excited about that.
If you want to have a look at how beautiful it is, just go to my Facebook page. It's John Homewood 7, or you can scroll down and you can see some of the photographs of Monkey Valley. It's really a special place, mainly wood and thatch in a thick milkwood forest overlooking that magnificent Noordhoek beach, which has to be one of the best beaches in the world, I think.
And we've got a private venue there, right up on the top of the hill, overlooking this amazing beach.
Absolutely beautiful. The rooms are beautiful, and that's Friday afternoon to Sunday late afternoon. So that's going to be on the 13th to the 15th of November, Monkey Valley, and the details are on. If you scroll down my Facebook page, John Homewood 7, you'll see the details there. Or you can just give us your contact details and we'll get hold of you with those. So let's choose a card. Let's have a look. What card should we choose? Should we choose a yellow? Let's choose a yellow.
Yes, sunny yellow.
Let's see what this says. Well, this is in alignment. It's I do what I love and I love what I do. How about that for in alignment with tonight's topic? And that's the universe. There's a lot of cards here. We could have chosen any one. But I do what I love, and I love what I do. And affirmations are not necessarily true when you start saying them. So you may well be in a job that you don't love at the moment. But the more you say an affirmation, you change your neurology, you change the filters through which you see the world, and the universe responds correspondingly to that. So I do what I love, and I love what I do. That's your affirmation for this coming week. I will post this on the Facebook page and also on our WhatsApp page.
Yeah.
And if you're not on our WhatsApp group, Journeys of Awakening, please go to journeysofawakening.com and just click the WhatsApp link there and you can join the group. And that gives you updates. So thank you for being with us tonight. I really enjoyed the evening.
Yeah.
So
Thanks,
thank
everyone.
you and bless you as we move into a new week. Bless you with peace and joy and happiness. Thank you. Night. Sleep
Thanks,
tight.
everyone.
Love you all.
Night.